Hey there, health champions, and welcome. Today, we are tackling a huge topic, the absolute fastest way to reverse a fatty liver. And this is so important because it affects an incredible number of people, and honestly, most of them have no idea. So let's dive right into what's going on and how you can take back control.
Okay, first, just look at this number. We're talking about 35 to 40% of the entire planet. That is billions, with a B, of people walking around with a condition that can lead to some really serious problems down the road. It is way more common than you think. And that, of course, leads us to the most important question of all. Could you be one of them? You know, the really tricky part is that it often has zero symptoms in the early stages, making it a totally silent problem. So let's figure out what's really happening on the inside, and, more importantly, what we can do about it.
All right, Section 1, the silent liver problem. First things first, we've got to understand how this thing progresses. Now, it doesn't happen overnight, which is actually good news because it means you can absolutely turn the ship around.
So it all starts quietly. In step 1, fat just kind of starts to build up in the liver, and your standard blood test for liver enzymes, they might look completely normal. But then you move to step 2, and boom, inflammation kicks in. This stage is called NASH, and it's where the real damage starts to happen. And if you let that go, it can lead to step 3, cirrhosis, which is serious permanent scarring and a much higher risk of liver cancer. The whole key here is to catch it and reverse it early.
So, Section 2, cut the two culprits.
Okay, how do we stop this thing in its tracks? Well, we start by going after the two main things that are actually hurting your liver. And for the longest time, everyone thought this was all about alcohol. But wow, that story has completely changed.
On one side, you have alcohol. Everybody knows that's tough on the liver. But look at the other side, fructose. That's what makes up half of regular table sugar and high fructose corn syrup. And here's the kicker. Your liver metabolizes fructose in almost the exact same way it metabolizes alcohol. It drains the same critical nutrients and basically forces the liver to turn it directly into fat.
This quote from Dr. Sten Ekberg it really puts everything into perspective, doesn't it? When you start to understand that fructose hits your liver just like alcohol does, it totally changes how you look at a can of soda, or sugary cereal, or that dessert menu. It's a powerful comparison you won't forget.
So what do we do about it? Here are some clear, simple numbers. If you're generally healthy and just want to stay that way, keeping your added sugar to around 10 or 20 grams a day is a great goal. But, and this is a big but, if you are actively trying to reverse a fatty liver, that number for added sugar needs to be a big fat 0. And your total carbs, they need to drop way down, ideally under 50 grams, to finally give your liver the break it desperately needs to heal.
Okay, on to Section 3, rebuild with good fuel. We've talked a lot about what to cut out, but here's the thing. You can't just remove stuff. You have to replace that energy with good, clean fuel that will actually help your liver recover.
Now, before we add the good stuff in, there's one more thing we got to pull back on, and that's the starchy carbs. We're talking about bread, pasta, rice, things that are basically pure glucose. Now look, they don't have that super damaging fructose, but they send your blood sugar and insulin through the roof. And when you're trying to reverse insulin resistance, which always goes hand in hand with a fatty liver, these have got to be limited.
Now for the fun part. You need to replace those calories from carbs with delicious, healthy fats. I'm talking avocados, nuts and seeds, wild-caught salmon and sardines, grass-fed meats, pasture-raised eggs, and when you're cooking, use stable, healthy oils like olive oil, coconut oil, and even grass-fed butter. By making fat your main fuel, you're taking a massive load off your liver.
On top of that, you can just load your plate with foods that are basically medicine for your liver. Cruciferous veggies like broccoli and cauliflower have compounds that help with detoxification. The omega-3s and flax and chia seeds fight inflammation, and you've got these powerful roots like garlic and turmeric providing even more support. These foods are actively helping your liver heal.
All right, moving on to Section 4, the Lifestyle Accelerator. Diet is, without a doubt, the cornerstone of all of this. But if you really want to supercharge your results and speed things up, a few key lifestyle changes can make a world of difference.
The key with exercise is to be smart about it. Your foundation should be daily aerobic exercise. We're talking about walking, light jogging, stuff that primarily burns fat. Then you can sprinkle in some higher intensity work. A couple of short HIIT sessions a week can boost your growth hormone, helping you burn fat for hours after you're done. But the bulk of your movement should be that low-stress, fat-burning kind.
And finally, one of the most powerful tools in your entire toolkit is giving your digestive system, and especially your liver, a break. Intermittent fasting, whether that's a simple 16-8 pattern or maybe an occasional one meal a day, allows your body to finally switch from storing energy to burning it. It gives your liver that much-needed downtime to start processing the fat that's already stored there and begin to heal.
Okay, I know that was a lot of information. So for our final section, let's pull it all together into a simple, straightforward blueprint you can start using literally today.
Here it is, your 5-point action plan. Number 1, cut the culprits. All added sugar and alcohol. They're gone. Non-negotiable. Number 2, drop the carbs, add the fat. Get those starches under 50 grams and bring in the good fats. 3, eat the liver-friendly foods. Pile on those veggies and omega-3s. 4, move your body smartly. Focus on that daily walk. And 5, give your liver a rest. Bring in some intermittent fasting. See, it really is that simple.
And here's maybe the best part of all. While you're doing all of this amazing work to heal your liver, you're also accidentally following the single most effective plan for sustainable weight loss. Losing that stubborn weight, especially around your belly, that isn't even the main goal here. It's just a fantastic side effect of getting your body truly healthy from the inside out.
So the main thing I want you to walk away with is this. Your liver has a phenomenal, almost magical ability to regenerate. It wants to heal. All you have to do is get out of its way and give it the right tools. The power to reverse this is completely in your hands. So my question for you is, what is the very first change you're going to make starting today?